Realme just posted a record-breaking weekend in sales for the recently launched 5 Pro and the 5, but if you're still on the fence about buying their new phones, this might be the one you might want to check out instead. Hey Unbox fam, welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box. My name is Jamie, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the Realme XT, which gets a few upgrades from the 5 Pro that makes for a different overall experience. But of course, before we get to the unboxing, just another quick reminder guys, there is a giveaway running for the Huawei Watch GT. Everything you need to know is down below, but if you haven't already, sub to the channel and hit that notification bell because those are part of the mechanics. Plus, you might want to stay tuned because we are giving away a couple of other things within the month as well. Okay, as usual, we're skipping the whole unboxing process, and here's everything that comes inside the box. You have the usual documentation, the jelly case to protect your phone, and of course the phone itself, and ours came in the pearl white color variant. There's a pearl blue one if you're not digging this one though. There's the USB-C cable and the VOOC charger. And of course there's a SIM ejector tool as well. You might have seen it already, but the design of the XT is completely different from the Realme 5 Pro. You no longer have those geometric patterns on the back that catches the light. Instead, you have a curved gradient that gives a more subtle yet elegant approach. Again, we have the pearl white color variant with us, and this is definitely my favorite of the two color choices that you have with this phone. By the way, you are getting Gorilla Glass 5 panels on the back and front of the device, but we'll get to the screen in a little bit. As usual, you have gentle curves for better ergonomics and to help you manage the dimensions of this phone, and its weight that comes in at around 183 grams. There is a rather large camera bump on this device, so as you can see, if you don't use the case, it looks lopsided when you place it on a table. The frame is made out of plastic, so that's somewhere they might have cut corners. While we're here, I'll give you guys a look at the button and port layout. You have the power button on the right side of the phone, looking a little bit lonely because the volume rocker is now on the left side, along with the SIM tray. And for those who are wondering, it's a triple slotted tray, so no need to choose between another number and more storage. You have a microphone on the top, so on the bottom, you'll find the headphone jack, another microphone, USB-C port, and the speaker grill. In front, you have a Super AMOLED display that measures in at 6.4 inches with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 or Full HD+. So you're getting great pixel density here, making images pretty darn sharp. You know we love our Super AMOLED panels on this channel because of the vivid colors they tend to reproduce, so I'm looking forward to using this device for the next few days for both work and play. Of course, the panel opens up the possibility for an in-display fingerprint scanner, which we have on the Realme XT. So far, it's been pretty accurate with a short time we've had with this phone, but we'll see in the next couple of days. The bezels are decently sized for this device, and the notch isn't that big. It houses the phone's 16 megapixel front camera as well that they have listed as being backed by a Sony sensor with an aperture of f2.0. This brings us to one of the main features of the XT, its quad camera setup on the back that has a 64 megapixel main camera. Now it does get binned to 16 megapixels by default, but you can shoot using the 64 megapixel mode to get even more details in your shot. We're once again getting the same Samsung ISOCELL GW1 sensor on this device, which is the same one on another phone that we featured recently, the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Aside from the main shooter, you have an 8 megapixel wide-angle camera at f2.25, a 2 megapixel portrait lens, which I'm guessing is a depth sensor for software-assisted bokeh, and lastly, the very trendy macro lens that's also at 2 megapixels. By the way, if you're looking to vlog with a phone, this one supports 4K recording at 30 FPS with super slow-mo at 960 frames per second, while the front tops out at 1080p at 30 frames per second, but both have EIS. I have to mention though that the EIS on the rear cameras can only be accessed at 1080p as well. Of course, under the hood of the Realme XT is the same processor that's in the Realme 5 Pro, so you're not really missing out if you've already bought that phone, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 712 processor. Actually, it's pretty much the same processing package all around with up to 8GB of RAM and up to 128GB of expandable storage. The overall performance should be the same for the XT, but we'll do our due diligence and give you guys a separate gaming review for it as well. But if you want to see the gaming performance of the Realme 5 Pro, click on the eye on the corner of the screen. Plus, I am working on the one for the Realme 5 as well, so sit tight guys. Now, keeping the lights on for the Realme XT is a 4000 mAh battery that supports VOOC Charge 3.0. We should see the XT last for about 2 days with moderate use, or at least a full day if you're gonna push it really hard, but I'm gonna have to see how it really does when I use it as my daily driver. Of course, you're getting Android Pie out of the box with ColorOS 6 on top of it. Now, I'm sorry to say that I don't have the official price tag for the Realme XT in the Philippines just yet. You're gonna have to stay tuned, but based on the price in India, which is about 16,000 rupees, that converts to about 12,000 pesos. But because of taxes and other duties expected to be priced a little higher, I'm hoping that they price it just right because of the competition it's facing, which is very, very tough. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up this really quick video on the Realme XT. Thank you for spending a couple of minutes with me. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, sub to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. If you have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest tech news and gadget reviews, head to unbox.ph, plus follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Jamie, peace, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.